industries right now. So my name is Sanjeev, and I'm from ADROITEC. ADROITEC as a company and a group of company containing like Hope Technologies, 4DS, AMS, and VFuse for different kinds of domain, which are all together catering and giving the solutions and services to aerospace and defense. Now, if we talk about our company, we are like a 32-year-old company giving our services and solutions to on a global level like India, Israel, and even multiple countries in European Union and US. So it's a team. We are working as like a 400 plus specialist, having a vast experience and more than 10,000 happy and healthy customers with us. If we talk about our business model, what basically we do, so we are basically digitally transforming and the requirement of the customers, providing solutions and services for digital design, analysis, scaling, manufacturing, and maintenance in polymer, composites, metal, and ceramics, all together in a single roof. If we talk about the customers, we are catering automotive, defense, we have equipment manufacturing, and real EPC and realty. Now, if we talk about 3D printing, 3D printing, as already most of us here are like aware of, it's a kind of technology where we are keep depositing the material over the another layer and getting the part as an output. If we talk about 10 years ago, when I joined this industry, it was like basically meant for keeping some on a prototype level. But now, in a complete decade, it has been transferred from prototyping to production. And I will definitely show you some of the parts that we are producing on a very end-use application parts, and we are exporting outside India as well. Now, if I talk about the initiatives that we are right now working with, so in terms of global or world-class solutions, we are partnered with Stratasys in India, and for all the polymer needs, and for exact metal with all requirements of metal. In terms of indigenizations, what we have developed at our own facility, so in total we have developed 6 different kinds of machines, like FDM machines, granule-based machines, ceramic machines. On the same side, we have also developed one of the advanced technology called DD technology-based metal 3D printer with the help of Department of Atomic Energy's RRCAT Indore. So, if we talk about the solutions, we are as a company catering multiple kind of technologies, multiple kind of solutions under the same under the same center of excellence that is in Noida, with variety and different kinds of 3D printing solutions. Now, if I talk about, we already know that AM is already an emerging technologies, and it can cater every domain bit and far together. If I say like automotive engineering, healthcare, defense, aerospace, like smart factories, drones, there is no any field which is left within the reach of additive manufacturing right now. So whenever we have some kind of innovation, R&D, there is always a need of 3D printer, there is always a need of additive manufacturing, which in and out helps them to take the solutions upward. Now, I will show some of the work that we have done so far. So it's a kind of summer air defense system that was developed by 7BRD Air Force Station, Tukalkabad. So we have prototyped that complete model for like giving as a memento and for presenting to the higher dignitaries and all. So you can see this is completely developed by the 7BRD Tukalkabad. Now, if I talk about the defense kind of application, if you see this part, it's a kind of success story. We have supplied one solution to Zen Technologies. It's a big name right now in terms of defense. If you see this part, this is the part what they were earlier getting with the conventional manufacturing. So they come to us, can you do something regarding such kind of application? We are having a very high lead time for getting this part. On the same side, we are not getting the same part with the higher requirement of the accuracy. So what we have done for them, you can see this part now. So it is completely re-innovating the requirement. We have supplied this part within the next day of like the commitment. So we required only 24 hours to getting from this part to this part. So they were very happy, and now they are using one of the good and the best solutions. If we talk about some of the other works that we have developed for the industries, being like as a company, we also provide solutions and services. So this is some of the services work we have done so far. It's an NVD kind of night vision device. So basically, it's a company in Noida, basically they are doing some kind of work with saffron. So what we did, we have replicated with some of the add-on we call DFAM, Design for Additive Manufacturing abilities to reduce the overall weight, and we have like make this kind of model for them. It is again having the like FST certification. We have proved it with IP67 requirement, and they want to mount it over the naval ship. So it is one of the projects that we did for them. The next is for the defense, again a DRDO in Dehradun. So we have supported them in design. Then we have made up this handset body in metal 3D printing technology that is from our DD technology. It's a kind of EMI shielding device that is used for the radio communication. Now the next is ETT device. We call that explosive trace detector. Basically, it's a micro sensor based sensitive device which is used to detect the traces of any kind of explosive. If anybody is suspected with some kind of traces, they can easily picked up by some kind of like rubbing of that paper and keeping that paper into this device. So it is something we have like helped them to get it done. And initially in the starting of the trial, they were like happy to have us as a service partner, and we have nearly provided hundreds of units for this ETT device to that particular company. If I talk about another kind of work that we do basically for the defense, you can see some of the models that we provided on a prototype level. Now again, it's an opto module for again defense company, and we have designed, with the help of design, we also produce the same thing that we did it for Zen technology, you can see. And the best part is the lead time. In defense, they need everything yesterday, not tomorrow. So we are always keen to give our best commitment so that we can give the required part for the testing, for the application in the next 2 or 3 days. If I talk about another kinds of defense prototype models, we did it for our defense companies. Some of the, again, specific work, because 7BRD is very close to us, and we very, like, upfrontly, like when they ask them what we can do for you. So some of the work, we are very happy that we have done for them, specifically in terms of desiccant jig. Like all the Air Force people here knows about the specific device that is for removing the moisture in terms of the defense systems. So we have developed this, and earlier I think they were getting it from abroad, and now we are the LC, local partner for them to getting it. So whenever they have any kind of requirement, they ask us, and we just replicate the existing model. Earlier it was in metal. We asked them, there is no need of keeping it into metal. We can substitute it with another material we call nylon PA12, and it worked very well. So on the right-hand side, that's the model of desiccant jig. Some other kind of covering cap which are obsolete by the time, you know that there is a requirement, they are not getting services from like on a regular basis, so they are into the phase of getting all these stuffs with the use of reverse engineering. So we are happy to like replacing their all needs with the additive manufacturing. Now some of the functional model, it is again, you can see here, it is written over there, India Optal Limited. We have done, this is a bino body. They were into the design phase, and it really took them nearly 6 months for getting the first prototype model. And again, whenever you are into the phase of prototyping, whenever there is small, swift change is required, then you have to reiterate the complete process. So where we come up and we have developed that proto model, and which later on they functionally tested, and it sustained the requirement of their organization. So we have some kind of material, basically, they can withstand with a temperature limit of 300 degrees as well, being into polymer. Some of the, again, cases that we have so far covered with 7BRD, radome and seeker covers. So these are some of the images we have developed again, and we have provided these end covers like radome and seeker covers to 7BRD. And again, we are now the local partner. Whenever they have a requirement, they can ask us, and we can give the solution to them within few days. Some of the parts that we have replaced earlier, like when we talk about 30, 40 years back, metal is like the supreme metal, like material, which always considered as to be as very strong. But now, from the last 1 decade, everything has been advanced so much in terms of material as well. Now we can also replace earlier cast iron now with our composite materials. The similar case is here. We have replaced the cast iron with the nylon material. You can see here, and it successfully tested on the required RPM. Again, some kind of impeller parts, again developed for 7BRD. We are very happy that we are working very closely with every PW wings there. So again, we have developed this damaged impeller part, and we have converted again it using our Stratasys technology into nylon-based material, and it's got successfully tested, and they are using it now. If we talk about DRDOs, DRDO is also very close to us. We have developed one heat exchanger, basically on a very high altitude where the oxygen level is very low. They want to keep the surroundings warm. So we have developed a non-electrical, like we can say, non-electrical equipment based on diesel. It's a heat exchanger basically used to heat up the required area within a required room temperature. So we have completely designed, developed, and provided the solution to Diber, that is a lab of DRDO in Haldwani. Now they are under the testing phase. Once it is done, we can go for the mass production of the same model. Some of the metal 3D molds, again we did it for 7BRD. Now, when we are focusing much more on indigenizations, so this is the metal DED that we have developed with the help of RRCAT Indore. It's a government body. Now, we have productionized this machine, and we have also sold this machine to three reputed institutes. Basically, this machine is having a capability to work on the open architecture materials. It can build the part right from the scratch. It can use for the reconstruction of the repaired part, like for maintenance and repair. Also, it is having an ability to print or to coat or to clad one material over the other. As lastly, one of the dignitary asked us that we are having a requirement of like incolor over the stainless steel. Yes, we are happy to do it, and it is doable now. So multiple kinds of material all together over the one part to the other part, we can do it. If we talk about the advanced kinds of material, so we have multiple technologies that we are catering right now. If I categorize in terms of category, so we have high temperature materials which can go up to 300 degrees Celsius. We have high impact resistance material we call polyamides nylon 12. We have carbon fiber materials, and we also have special resistance material for specifically working in ESD kind of environment. If we talk about is 3D printing is only for one part at a time, the answer is no. Right now, we aren't coming into a phase where we can go for end-use production of the parts, where we can produce a group or a set of parts all together in a single production. We call those machines production machines. So we can see this is the build volume where you can see the multiple parts are all settled in a single build. We have to plug and play. The entire parts will print it in a single period of time, almost 12 hours. So if you see the example, so on the left side, wing connector component, if you see this particular component, we can print 180 parts per build. So 180 same kinds of part we can print in a single period of time. On the second side, sensor mounting bracket, again, the size is mentioned here, 117 parts per build. And the locking connector, more than 3,000 small parts we can also build in a single day. So now 3D printing has come to a level where we are not focusing much more on prototyping, where we can also much more focused on end-use application part. So time is less, we can produce more. You can also see we are also incorporated with a facility we call as per the requirement of the customer. So you can see on the extreme left and right side, these are the raw parts which comes out of the printer, and the middle parts are the painted one. As per the required color codes, we can also paint it up based on the RA values, based on the RAL values as per the customer needs. Thank you. And being a company like ADROITEC, they always believe in developing. So we are the only company which is much more focused on indigenization. That is why we are into polymer, ceramic, and metal. Altogether, we have developed our own solutions within the last 5 years. And we are very happy, as like our MD, Mr. Sarup Chand, is always keep on saying, always try to improve. Parallelly, we are also incorporated with some of the imported solutions, but we are also always trying to keep ourselves motivated, and we are always try to keep ourselves like taking our country ahead. So there is a small line from Bhavani Prasad Mishra, कुछ पढ़कर सो, कुछ लिख कर सो, जहाँ सोया था आज सवेरे वहाँ से आकर बढ़कर सो. So we always keep trying ourselves to push forward. Thank you very much.